Hi y'all, welcome to Donna's Farmhouse Kitchen. Well, last weekend, Kent and I were in Savannah, Georgia, and we got to meet Miss Paula Dean. And, well, I did, he didn't. He was elsewhere at the moment, but, and she was getting ready to leave, so I barely got to see her myself. But I did get a hand towel as well. As you can see, it's got her initials down there. And here's a picture of Miss Paula. I told her I'd give a shout out to her. I was in the picture, but I didn't like the way I looked, so I just cropped myself right on out of there. You know how that is. But it was very nice to meet Miss Paula. It really was. It was a nice treat and an unexpected treat. So thank you again, Miss Paula, and for taking the picture with me, even though I cropped myself out. And I love this apron. I'm always looking for a new apron, and this is a wonderful apron. And really, all of her stuff is reasonably priced. So if you get a chance to go to Lady & Sons in Savannah, definitely check out the aprons, because there's another one that matches the hand towel that I would love to have myself. And then she has some Christmas ones too. So it's really decorated, really cute. It's not all crammed in there. It's just really nicely done. And so if you get a chance to go to Lady & Sons, definitely check out the shop with all the goodies. But today I'm going to be making you a special little treat. With it just being me and Kent, big desserts usually go to waste unless I freeze them. But this one, I really don't want to freeze. And I'm going to be making some individual blueberry crisp. So let's get started. First thing you want is a medium-sized bowl, and then we're going to put in 2 cups of fresh blueberries. If you want to use frozen, you can. Then I'm going to sprinkle in 1 tablespoon of sugar and 1 tablespoon of all-purpose flour. And then I'm going to add in the zest of 1 lemon. Then I'm going to add in a tablespoon of lemon juice. From that same lemon that I got the zest from. Just mix all that together. And I have 4 ramekins waiting on me. Just mix that together really well where the flour is dissolved. Don't mash on the blueberries. There we go. I think we pretty well have that. So I've lined my pan just in case there's any spillage. I had to get me a spoon to do this. Already dropping one. And you just want to distribute them evenly. Okay. So that's nice and evenly distributed. And the lemon smells so good with those blueberries. And they go so well together. So now we're going to bring over a bigger bowl and make a crumble topping. You're going to want a fork for this. I have 1/4 cup of softened butter, a 1/2 cup of light brown sugar, 1/4 cup of all-purpose flour, 3/4 of a cup of quick oats, and 1/4 teaspoon cinnamon. If you're hearing any noise in the background, it's just my neighbor sanding wood. So now we're going to start working it together. Now my butter could have been a little bit softer, I believe, but I think it'll still work out just fine. And what we want is some crumbles. So I'm going to keep working on this until we get the crumbles. And instead of using the fork, I think I'm going to use my hands. I just usually like the way that comes out a little bit better. To me, it's easier. By the way, my oven is preheated to 375 degrees. Put these on. Yeah, my neighbor does some beautiful woodwork. The timing isn't always that great for my videos, but he does some beautiful woodwork. So just keep pinching it until you get your crumbles. Like I said, it's much easier with your hands. You just keep pinching it and then you eventually have little crumbles. You don't want to do it too much though, because otherwise it will start sticking together and we don't want that. But you want the butter in all of the flour and the oats, and then you have your crumble. So I'm going to set this off to the side for a second. Bring in the blueberries, and then we're just going to top them. And I like to have a little bit of whipped cream on top of mine. And yes, I'm sure I will have some left over, but when I get some more blueberries, I will use it. I will just put this in the freezer and then bring it out and crumble it back up. I just want to cover my blueberries, and this is how they look. Now we're going to pop them in the oven for about 30 minutes. So while the blueberry crisps are still baking, I'm going to make a little bit of whipped cream. I don't really need a whole lot, so I'm just going to do a half a cup of heavy whipping cream, which will make more than enough. And then I'm going to add about a tablespoon of powdered sugar, and then about 1/4 teaspoon of my Olive Nation vanilla. And maybe a little bit more than that. I'm doing it in a big bowl, trying to cut down on the splattering. Let's see if it works. One thing about making your own whipped cream, it doesn't take very long. And there you go, whipped cream. And that's going to be plenty to go on top of those 4 ramekins with the blueberry crisp. Let's see if they're ready. So they're out of the oven, as you can see. Let me lift them up here. Don't they look beautiful? That only took about 25 minutes. So just put them in there for like 25 minutes. And they'll be nice and bubbly when they come out and golden brown. So I'm gonna let them cool down for about 20 minutes. So they'll be warm, but not hot, so that whipped topping won't just melt. So you don't want that to happen. By the way, this is the extra crumbs that I had. So basically I've kind of broke them up in the Ziploc bag. Now it's ready to go in the freezer. So it's been almost 20 minutes and I can't wait any longer. So I'm gonna go ahead and put a dollop of whipped cream on a couple of them. One is gonna be for picture purposes, and one's going to be for eating purposes. So here we go. Look at that. Oh, y'all, this is so good. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned, this is not a Paula Deen recipe at all. This is just something I'm kind of putting together. But it's absolutely delicious. You're going to love it. That is perfect. A nice little snack because sometimes we like to have evening snacks or daytime snacks. So this is perfect for that. So I hope that you will try this recipe and enjoy it and share it, because that really helps me, and also subscribing really helps me. So thank you again for joining me, and y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.